we're here watching the peppermint oil coming in the separator. And you know, this has been 18 years that I've been distilling oil, and I still get as excited today as I did 18 years ago watching this beautiful golden liquid coming into the separator. This is a life-giving substance. And if it's not treated properly, then you don't get all those elements that gives that life. And the secret is here in the whole distillation process, and this is part of it. The temperature in the condenser, the temperature in the separator, in order to get all those molecules to separate from the water into oil, that is part of the secret. And if you don't understand distillation, then there's no way that you're going to know whether you have a pure oil or not. You're not going to know if you've got an oil that has the quality that you desire to obtain what you want. Do we distill lavender the same as peppermint? Do we distill rosemary the same? Do we distill ylang-ylang the same? No. Every plant is distilled a little different. What does the little different means? It means the way it's put into the extraction chamber. It means the timing, the temperature, the volume, the temperature of the separator. For example, the temperature of the separator is different for Melissa than it is for peppermint. So if you don't know those factors, you're not going to have the best quality. And I have visited hundreds of distilleries over the years around the world, bush distilleries, where they didn't even monitor the temperature. And they just, whatever came on the top of the separator is what they put in the container and shipped and sold. When we analyze it, many, as much as 50% of the active constituents were missing in the oil, because in these third world countries, they don't have a GC and mass spec to take a sample of oil and analyze it and see if we're getting it at the right level of constituents. Not only are all the constituents there, but are they there in the right proportion, the right percentages? But even oils that I have distilled on my farm myself does not always meet my standard, because maybe we had an example a few years ago where we had a rain on my peppermint crop. The oil was great, but the methone level was below my standard, and we threw it completely away. If it doesn't meet the standard that I have set for Young Living, which is the highest standard in the world, we don't even use our own oil. I've got oil sitting in Ecuador right now that we're using in our organic spray for spraying on the weeds, because when we distilled it, it was too wet, it homogenized, it didn't get a good separation, we didn't use it. Why am I so critical about the quality? I'll tell you why. Is because there's people that take Young Living's oils and they can eat them. They can take them internally. There's a clinic in Ecuador that uses Young Living's oils to inject intramuscular, intravenously. They have to be pure oil and the finest quality when you're doing that type of work.